I'm on a date with an incredibly smart doctor when the bill arrives. I disagree with the sexist man has to pay on the first date societal norm, so I ask my date if she would like to go 50-50 on the check with me. She happily agrees and I pull my credit card out. Which one should I use? My Citi Double Cash card? Or wait, I should use my Chase Sapphire Preferred card, which gives me 3 times points when I use it at restaurants. Then I pause for a second and think to myself, where do these rewards come from? Hey, I'm Yousef, and I question. And today I'm asking, where does credit card rewards / cashback / points come from? Buckle up, because this is going to be a fun one. The origin of credit card rewards. Consumer reward programs are nothing new in the United States. In 1793, a United States merchant started giving out copper tokens that could be collected by the consumer in exchange for items in the store. The idea is simple. Reward customers who return to shop at your store. You remain a loyal customer and the store makes more money. Coupons, tokens, and certificates were used at stores and merchants for years. The first modern rewards program was invented in the form of airline frequent flyer miles. American Airlines is generally credited with developing the first frequent flyer program. Its A-Advantage program, launched in May 1981 and quickly followed by United Airlines with its Mileage Plus program, launched 1 week later. You earn miles with every mile you travel with a specific airline company. You can then redeem the miles you've earned for airline tickets, hotel stays, rental cars, vacation packages, and more. Being part of a program also gets you bonuses, like your first checked bag is free, or you could get a discount if you want to upgrade your seat from economy to business. Companies give you perks for using the card, and they incentivize you to join by offering enrollment bonuses, like up to 50,000 free miles, which is what's currently offered by American Airlines if you sign up for the Citi A-Advantage Platinum Select card. The first airlines reward programs were a huge hit, and credit card companies wanted a slice of the pie. The first rewards credit card was the Discover credit card. In 1986, Sears introduced the Discover card, which offered consumers a small rebate on all their purchases, making it one of the first cashback cards in the United States. They launched this card with a bang by advertising it during Super Bowl 20 in 1986.
This is the dawn. This is the dawn. The dawn of Discover. The Discover card. The Discover card puts money in a home you love.
From a member of Sears Financial Network.
As someone who worked in advertising for 8 years, there are so many amazing ads from the 80s, and this one was definitely not one of them. But it worked. Millions of people registered for the credit card and competition exploded. Turns out by offering rewards, more people want to get your little plastic debt collector. As generations went by, rewards credit cards grew in popularity. In 2021, more than half, 59% of United States adults carry at least one rewards card that they could be using to pay for everyday expenses that now often carry significant rewards / earning opportunities. Every person I know uses some type of rewards credit card. I have the Citi Double Cash card that gives you 2% cash back on everything. And I also used to have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card that gives you tons of points that can be redeemed for travel. But I recently downgraded it to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card to make the annual fee from $550 to $95. And I have definitely used them. Story time! Chase was having a special sign-up bonus where you would get, I think, 60 or 75,000 bonus points if you spend $4,000 within 3 months of getting the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card. I applied for it, and I think I got accepted because my credit score is 800. What I did to get the bonus is I used the card to pay for my rent. It was $2,300 at the time for a 2-bedroom apartment in downtown Silver Spring, Maryland, 2 blocks away from Washington, D.C. So that's why the rent was kind of high. The apartment payment system didn't charge a fee to use a credit card, and I paid the card off in full at the end of every month. Side note, I've never paid a cent in credit card interest. So I got the bonus points. I used the points to pay for 2 tickets to Austria, plus there was enough points to cover half of the hotel stay too. I went with my ex-girlfriend and we chose Austria because her favorite movie is The Sound of Music. We did the full experience Sound of Music tour in Salzburg. They took us to all the famous famous locations from the movie, including the mansion, which has since been converted into a hotel that we stayed at for the night. Plus, it was during the first week of Oktoberfest, so the entire town was lit up with festivities. It was a magical trip. Where does credit card rewards / cashback / points come from? See, this whole time I was using rewards credit cards, I was thinking that the rewards must come from credit card debt. There's enough of that to cover it. $856 billion. That's Americans' total credit card balances, according to the latest consumer debt data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. That's the first way credit cards make money. The second is through annual fees, like the $550 annual fee that my Chase Sapphire Reserve card charges. But it doesn't come from annual fees either. That's when I learned about the third way credit cards make money: interchange fees. Interchange fees are transaction fees that the merchant's bank account must pay whenever a customer uses a credit / debit card to make a purchase from their store. The fees are paid to the card issuing bank to cover handling costs, fraud and bad debt costs, and the risk involved in approving the payment. Every time you swipe your credit card at Trader Joe's, which is the best grocery store, or Automatic Taco, the best taco spot in Greenville, don't you dare at me, the credit card company charges the merchant a fee. This is called the interchange fee. And these fees add up big time. In 2020, credit card interest income was $76 billion, while interchange fee income was $51 billion. There's only a 33% gap between interest income earned and interchange income, and that's wild to me. How interchange fees are calculated is complicated, and it depends on a number of factors: card scheme, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, credit versus debit card, merchant category code. If you're a charity, utility company, or streaming service, there's a lower rate. Consumer versus commercial, transaction regionality. There's a lower rate if you use the card in the same country it's issued in. Rewards cards. You get charged a higher fee for using a rewards card and for using higher percentage rewards cards too, and more. But how much is the interchange fee? That isn't set. It's adjusted every April and October, so it could go up or it could go down. But Yousef, you say, can you show me an example, please? Why, yes, I'd be happy to. Looking at the latest Visa USA interchange reimbursement fees document. Let's say you're using the Wells Fargo Active Cash Rewards card that gives you unlimited 2% cash back. This card is on the Visa Signature Network and has an interchange fee of 2.70% when you use it at a restaurant. What do merchants do about interchange fees? Eat the cost? No. They offset the fees by raising the prices of all goods and services. Let's say the restaurant raises prices by 2.70% to offset the fees of the highest credit card types. This means if you're getting 2% cash back by using your credit card, you're still paying more for the meal overall by at least 0.7%. What if the restaurant raises prices by a flat 3% to offset interchange fees and to pad profit, which is not uncommon? If you use your 2% cash back card, you would be actually paying 1% more for the meal. Merchants raise prices to compensate for the cards with the highest fees. If you're using a card with a lower cashback percentage instead of a 2% one, you'll be paying more. Did you know that Visa and MasterCard have been sued for price fixing interchange fees? Visa and MasterCard agreed to pay as much as $6.2 billion to end a long-running price fixing case brought by merchants over card fees, the largest ever class action settlement of an antitrust case. But nullifying your rewards percentage and giving you the illusion that you're making cash back isn't the worst part. When a merchant raises their prices to offset the rewards card fees, they raise their prices for everyone, no matter what form of payment you're using. If the merchant raises prices by 3% and you're using a 2% cash back card, you're actually still paying 1% more overall for the product or service. What if you pay with a debit card? On average, interchange fees are 0.3% for debit cards. If you're using cash, you'll be paying a flat 3% more. Smaller merchants like your local mom and pop's pizza shop sometimes have signs up that say no American American Express because they're known to charge the highest interchange fees. Some places offer a discount if you use cash, but the majority of merchants make it simple by just raising the prices of everything no matter what form of payment you use. Because gas prices are so competitive, gas stations commonly display a cash or credit price where they charge more for using a card. By the way, gas prices are the only prices in America where it's listed with tax included, which is how all prices are listed in Europe. And I wish America did the same thing, because you're looking at the price of something on a display and you take it to the register and it's the same price. It just makes it easier. Why the United States doesn't do that is another question for another day. Can you guess who hurts the most when prices are raised across the board for everything? The people who don't have the credit score for fancy cashback rewards credit cards and who mainly use cash. Those people are typically poorer. Cash is used more frequently in low-income households. 47% of transactions in households that make less than $25,000 a year are made using cash. The people who have the lowest income are paying the highest costs because of rewards credit cards. The middle and upper class, who have the credit scores to be able to get the best cashback rewards cards, are only offsetting the fees with the rewards, while poor people are taking all of the costs of increased prices on everything. It makes me think of the phrase, steal from the rich and give to the poor, but now it's flipped. Make the poor pay for rich people's rewards. A 2010 public policy study conducted by the Federal Reserve concluded cashback rewards programs result in a monetary transfer from low-income to high-income households. Eliminating cashback reward programs would reduce merchant fees, which would in turn reduce consumer prices because retail is such a competitive environment. People using rewards credit cards get gamed. Even if your cashback card gives you money back, merchants raise their prices to nullify it. Even worse is poor people get gamed who use cash or don't have cashback rewards cards. Everyone gets gamed, and it's people who are in the worst conditions who suffer the most. Did you know that unlike in the United States, interchange fees are capped in Europe? Fees to process debit and credit card transactions are to be capped under an EU law that attempts to wrap up a protected battle with payment groups such as Visa Europe and MasterCard. The ceiling in the regulation of about 0.2% for debit card rates and 0.3% for credit cards is in line with antitrust deals on cross-border fees. That was in 2014 and it passed. What has been the result of the cap on interchange fees? Caps on the fees retailers pay to process debit and credit card transactions have helped push down prices. That would be amazing if it were to happen in the United States. Cap interchange fees and have prices go down for everyone. My thoughts. Using rewards credit cards feeds into the system of wealth inequality. The way I see it, you have two options. Option one, be selfish and unempathetic. Keep getting credit card rewards at the expense of the lower class. Reduce the increased cost of things with the rewards you get from using the card. Play the game and turn a blind eye to inequality. Option two, reject rewards credit cards and refuse to be part of a system that feeds on the poorest of people. I choose option two. I refuse to be complacent about rewards credit cards. I refuse to be part of a system that rewards the rich at the expense of the poor. I won't support banks and credit card network companies that charge high interchange fees when using rewards cards that cause the price of all goods and services to be increased no matter what form of payment you use. It's unethical to use rewards credit cards, and I reject them. This is my Citi Double Cash credit card. This is my Chase Sapphire Preferred card. From this day forward, I'll be using cash or my debit card, which on average only has an interchange fee of 0.3%. I encourage you to think about doing the same. And maybe if enough of us stop using rewards cards, then interchange fees will go down. But honestly, how often do prices go down? Even though they accomplished it in Europe, it's wishful thinking in the United States. If you choose to continue using rewards credit cards, I understand. Personal autonomy is paramount to me, and I won't judge you. I know I'll be losing out even more by not using a rewards credit card, but I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself knowing that I'm taking part of a system that hurts the people who need help the most. Another benefit of not using credit cards is even though I've paid exactly 0 cents in credit card interest, I won't be risking personal debt, which is another question. Why is personal debt normalized in society? But that's another question for another day. Outro. Thanks for joining me in exploring where credit card rewards come from. I would love to hear your thoughts on the subject, so feel free to leave a comment. If you want to support me in doing more videos that question, I have Ko-fi, a Patreon alternative where you can subscribe to me monthly or give me a one-time donation. I have a goal where if we reach $400 a month, I'll donate half the amount to classrooms in need via Donors Choose every month. Members also get other cool perks, so check out the Ko-fi page. Thank you so much for watching.